What does it mean? Is it viable? Is it worth it? Should you get into it if you're not already there? If you're there, if you're not too happy with it, what are you doing wrong? How do you build a good, strong, sustainable career with WordPress, either doing development or support? Panelists, you guys are all experienced to talk about this. Otherwise, leave now. Okay. Okay. So we'll hand over the mic to panelists in random order, and we'll ask them to introduce themselves very briefly. Okay. Joshua first.
Hello. Okay, so I'm Joshua. I work for a company called TenUp. It's a remotely distributed company, so I can work from anywhere, actually. And
Even here?
Yeah.
Just now?
Yeah. And
Okay.
Gagan is responsible for the Wi-Fi. So if the Wi-Fi is working,
You can work.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay. So Gagan, you work from TenUp. I'm just.
Joshua.
Joshua, you work with TenUp.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do development or do you do support?
I do develop.
You do development. Okay. Excellent. Who wants to go next?
Hello, I'm Gagan, and I've been working for multiple companies as a freelancer. And
All of us do that.
yeah, but I officially do that, not illegally.
Illegal? What's illegal?
Let's not go into that discussion.
No. We don't. Please delete that from the video, please.
Okay, so I basically develop plugins and manage the client servers.
Okay. You develop plugins and make sure they run.
Yes,
Okay. Big job.
and make sure the existing ones also run.
Also run. Oh my God. Big job.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm here from Chicago, and I co-own a company called BuddyBoss. We build plugins and themes for building social networks on WordPress with the BuddyPress plugin. And we're a distributed team. Some of our awesome developers are sitting right in the corner right here. And if you stick around, I'll be giving a talk about BuddyPress in an hour, actually, as well.
Fantastic.
Hello, I'm Rahul.
The shy one. Rahul, the shy one.
I work for RTCam. We do WordPress themes and plugins and some other projects like Easy Engine, the most famous one. And we have products as well as consultancy services.
Excellent.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy, I come from Hungary. I work for Automatic, the company behind WordPress.com, and there I do two things. I lead a team of 10 people who are in charge of supporting the Jetpack plugin, so we do support. And with the rest of my time I hire new happiness engineers and people who want to work in support for WordPress.com. And we are a totally distributed company like TenUp, so we have people in 36 different countries today.
36 different countries. Fantastic. Okay. So we've got Jeremy from Automatic, Joshua from TenUp, Gagan who works for himself, and Michael from BuddyBoss, and Rahul the shy one from RTCamp. Okay guys, so before we start the discussion, I want to ask you people, do you have any questions about this topic? Do you have any suggestions? Do you have any thoughts? Because we have some questions we're going to probe these guys, but I want to make sure that you have, to clarify, I want to clarify any doubts, questions, queries you might have. You might, there might be somebody here who's tried to build a career or earn some money using WordPress development support, either doing it well, not so well, successfully, or failed at it. Do you have questions? We've got all types. All of us have been through that at various times. Does anybody here have a question on this topic or a comment or an expectation? Please speak now. No questions? No, you guys can speak whatever you want. Because they're all just waiting to listen to you guys. Okay, so let's start with a simple question, okay? So we've got we've got 3 people who are from India, 2 from around the world, Chicago, and Jeremy, you're based in?
Budapest.
In Budapest, okay. So we get a perspective also from the Indian perspective and from around the world. So let's start with the first question. So let's say you got somebody who's graduated in engineering. Lot of Indians graduate in engineering. It's not a secret anymore. Should you attempt building a career being a WordPress developer or a WordPress support engineer? Is it worth it? It's a question, right? So should you actually get into should you restrict your focus on WordPress? Should you not become a .NET developer? Should you become a Java developer, or should you be a WordPress developer? Is it worth it? Is there enough money? Is there enough demand? Are there enough jobs out there, or is it just these 5 guys? Nobody else, or maybe some more under them. So who wants to try giving an answer to that first? Gagan?
So I have started working on WordPress since my college days. So
No studies?
since my college days, I studied as well in parallel. And as of now, I can say that it helps a lot if you start using WordPress from the beginning. I mean, when you are in college, you are learning languages, so it's easier to grasp PHP than graduating and then starting PHP again. Then PHP is the language that runs behind the WordPress. I mean, WordPress is running on PHP, so you know PHP and then you also know WordPress. So it will be easier for you to manage your own sites by the time you pass out from the college.
Okay, that's a good insight, Gagan, but it doesn't answer the question. The question is, is it worth people's while to want to build a career in WordPress? Do you earn enough money in WordPress?
There's enough money in WordPress. I can assure you that, but you need to be a good developer in WordPress.
Oh God,
not
what's that?
PHP.
You need to be a good developer.
Yes.
Problem.
I'm just considering the development aspect because I'm a developer. I know that part only.
No, guys, go to .NET. You don't need to be a good developer there. Just join a company and you'll make a lot of money. WordPress, you have to be a good developer before you make money. That's what Gagan says. Maybe not. Let's get an insight from Michael.
Sure. So you asked, are people hiring WordPress developers?
Yes.
We are.
Nice.
So some people are. I think it's a great career path. WordPress, I mean, when I started working with WordPress, it used to be like kind of up in the air. There was Drupal, there was WordPress, there's Joomla, custom platforms. We used to do stuff on CodeIgniter. Where do you go? Fast forward like a handful of years, and WordPress has taken over. 25% of all websites are running on WordPress, and that statistic is growing every month. You can check. So if you want some security in your job, I mean, that's the place to go. There's no platform bigger than WordPress, and it's also like a very friendly community. If you look up online, there's endless tutorials, endless people that are talking about it. There's forums. It's easy to learn and to get into the community, and people embrace you and help you. So you'll have support, and there's lots of companies involved. And most of those companies are selling WordPress themes or plugins or services. So the companies are making money selling WordPress, which means they have money to pay you. So it's a good career.
Okay, excellent. So we've got 2 people saying yes, get into the WordPress business, build a career using development. So Jeremy, can you tell us something about support? Is there potential, is there money in becoming a WordPress support engineer? Do you pay your happiness engineers enough? Yes, okay. So let's just...
Okay, so Jeremy, you are from Automatic, and we know that WordPress.com, basically you at WordPress.com, you target big companies who need WordPress support. Like you are the head of the team of happy engineers and stuff like that. So what he has asked, what we want to know, like in India, when we talk about career paths, we are talking about thousands of people being hired at a single time by a single company, something of that sort. Because we are rich in numbers. So talking about Automatic, I guess we all know this. Talking about WordPress, we all know this in India that either we are a freelancer or we are working for a distributed team which may hire 5 people in a year. Like for a year we have 5 openings, for the next we have 2 or 3 openings. We don't deal with hundred of people. Articam don't have a vacancy of 100 people. Not even Automatic have that much of vacancy. So when we talk about career path, do we have that kind of scope? Hi everyone, I am Raj and I am from Gurgaon.
Thanks, Raj. That's a lovely question. Very, very good question. Jeremy, you want to take that?
Sure. So yeah, first, to answer your question, yes, we pay our happiness engineers well. We hire some every year. Our company is growing, and like Michael said, WordPress itself is growing every month. There's more demand every month, and not just for developers, but also for support people. So to give you an example, and basically to answer part of your question, when I joined the company, when I joined Automatic almost 4 years ago, there were less than 100 people in the company. We are now 400. So we do definitely hire more than 5 people a year. And we're not the only one in this space who actually keep hiring more people, more developers and more support people, because you can't develop the product without, and basically maintain that product without actually offering help to your users. So there are more and more companies that either offer support for their product on the site, or either dedicate their whole company to offer support to people. So you have many services out there today that are fully dedicated to basically helping you with your WordPress site. Regardless of what your problem is, you pay for any kind of help. And I think that's, with WordPress being bigger and bigger every year, I think these kind of services are only going to be more and more popular and looking for more and more people.
Okay, excellent. Does that answer your question, Raj? So he says Automatic does hire. They don't hire thousands, but they hire tens, if not hundreds. So his question was, why isn't RTCamp hiring hundreds?
Actually, since RTCamp started, we never stopped hiring, at least WordPress developer. And 100 is too a little big number, but definitely if we get 20 good developers who pass our assignment and interview process, we will give offer to all of them on any day. So RTCamp has a scaling capacity. It's like I am frustrated with the dearth of good WordPress developer that I started building a training program, and I am also pitching some institutes to add it in their engineering syllabus, especially the autonomous one. Okay, that reminds me one thing. I am from COEP, Government Engineering College. I was MTech topper, though my company hires dropout and people with no engineering background. I myself is a MTech guy. So I was often invited to the alumni meet, and whenever the college wants their top alumni. So I was there a few months ago in COEP, and they were showing the progress made by college, and in one slide they were posting the numbers. Let's talk numbers, because we love numbers. So at the top of there was Google, and the package offered by Google was 23.5 lakh, and I couldn't stop myself from laughing. Our HR was frowning upon me. What are you doing? Sir, you know, in WordPress, I know at least 10 people in Pune who are in Pune or was from Pune, actually all RT campers, who are making more than 24 lakh per annum. And I'm not sure if they are engineers. So we are better than Google. The WordPress ecosystem is better than Google. So yeah, there is these numbers are definitely not for 100 people. Actually, I will put it other way. If 100 people can go to that level, become WordPress core contributor, and give that kind of quality to all the companies, or freelance as a freelancer. See, it doesn't matter you are working as a remote employee, as a freelancer, or you have office job. At the end, what kind of work you do make a difference to the industry. So if you can have that, if you can do that kind of work, the industry can accommodate not only 100 but thousands of people. It's just that most institutes do not even allow students to do PHP projects. So they don't get early exposure. So most of the time I come across PHP candidate, I see their college project was in Java, and they did work on .NET, and suddenly why are you applying for PHP? I didn't get job in anywhere else. So how can we accommodate those people who are not passionate about PHP? Forget WordPress.
Which is one of the points that Gagan said, that he started, instead of studying, he did WordPress during college. And it helped as well. My God, don't listen to him. Okay. No, so jokes apart, so I think what these guys are saying, that there are big companies who are hiring people in WordPress. There are small companies who are hiring people in WordPress. There are jobs in WordPress. And yes, unfortunately, I've heard this story many times. saying, why are you looking for a job in WordPress? You have no experience, because we didn't get a job in any other field. Why are you doing something in PHP? Because you know what I wanted to do. There are no jobs in the other industries, other technologies. So I think my one comment here is, I think we need to look at getting jobs from a different perspective, not from a perspective of is it a WordPress job or a PHP job. I think we should see, do you want to build a career in development or in support? That's enough. If you want to build a career in development, WordPress is in demand nowadays. A lot of people want to hire people in WordPress. You can get a job developing WordPress plugins, themes, sites. If not, you want to switch, you can switch if you build the mentality and the capability of a developer. It doesn't matter too much. While where you are seated, it might seem like if you don't add the word WordPress to your resume, you won't get called to a WordPress engineer, interview. But let me assure you, if you're a good developer, you will not be jobless. You will not have a problem in your career. The problem will happen, for example, if you believe knowing syntax of WordPress, knowing all the functions, knowing what's there in Word 3.4 is important. That's secondary. If the problem will happen if you're worried about knowing exactly how a plugin or a theme works, and so you can support it. You can hear Mangu speak later. Support is not about knowing your product. Support is knowing how to deal with the customer. So if you know how to deal with the customer, you're going to be in demand, whether it's in WordPress, whether it's in any other technology as time changes. Okay. I have another question, a quick question we may not be able to go through every single panelist for each of the questions. So the question is, there's a lot of outsourcing of WordPress related work to India. We can't deny that. I mean, we see it everywhere. There used to be a little bit of resistance, but we see big companies hiring from India, a lot of support moving to India. The question I have here is that because of price, cost only, or is it because of innovation? I have an opinion, but I'll wait for a couple of the panelists to let me know that before I express my opinion. So let me repeat the question. Why are companies outside India hiring developers and support staff from India? Is it because they come cheap, or is it because they know a lot of stuff? That's the question.
So we hire a lot of people from India, but also people from America and Europe and other places. So price is a factor. Of course, it's cheaper to hire someone from here than from America, and so we can get more people, and that matters. But it definitely should be said that the people who we hire here are awesome, and in most cases better than the people we hire in America. We find people here to be really experienced, really dedicated, and really talented and passionate about their work. If they weren't, we wouldn't be able to hire them. So the combination, from my perspective, is like awesome. So that's why we do it.
Yeah. So I'm from TenUp. So TenUp is always hiring. So they hired me also. And tell you the truth, based on the quality cost of living in India, you get paid a pretty good amount. So based on the cost of living, it's a good amount. And that being said, sorry, repeat the question. I didn't get the
caught you. I was about to stop you, but then you did it yourself, so I forgive you. So the question is, are people in India getting hired? Are you hired in TenUp because you're cheaper than your American or your counterpart?
The interview process is pretty stringent. They are looking for good developers. So if you get through the interview process, you're hired. Nothing more than so. And the other thing is, they just have one office in Portland, and basically they want to be available 24 hours. That's another reason.
So India offers a good time zone support.
Yeah. So India comes almost in between,
between Europe and Americas.
Yeah. So it's easier. The overlapping helps. Plus, not only India, they are hiring all over the world.
Okay. Anybody else has an opinion? Yes, Jeremy.
I'd just like to expand on what Joshua said, because I think it's important. So at Automatic, like I said, we have people from all over the world. We are looking for good people who are passionate about WordPress, who are able to work from home or from wherever they want. And but that said, location is definitely can be a big bonus. And so, like in our case, and as WordPress grows, as we know that, so pretty recently actually, the number of downloads of non-English versions of WordPress became bigger than the default English version. So we know there are people outside of the US that use WordPress and that need help with WordPress and that need help from a WordPress developer maybe. So hiring people outside of the US and in different time zones is only getting more and more important every year as the number of WordPress users outside of the US increases. So obviously, if you are a company in the US, you're gonna start looking at other countries around the world in completely different time zone, in Asia, in Europe, and then you're gonna wanna start looking for people even in South America, even if it's in close time zones. So just to finish with a quick example, for example, at Automatic, I say we are hiring from all over the world, and thanks to that, we are slowly starting experimenting with offering support in languages other than English, like Portuguese, for example. Because there are lots of people using WordPress in Brazil, so we look for people there. So, and in the future, India is only growing, so we are probably going to need people who can speak languages other than English, like Hindi, for example.
Right. Okay, that's a good insight from Jeremy. So, what's the summary? The summary response to that is, yes, Indian WordPress developers and support staff are available cheaper, but that's not the only reason they're hired. Reading between their lines, one of the things, if you didn't notice, is WordPress developers and support need to be self-driven. They need to learn before they're hired. They need to know stuff before they're hired. You're not going to be hired just because of your certificate, which says you've studied engineering, mechanics, and drawing. You're not going to be hired. Oh. You're not going to be hired just because of your engineering or any other graduation certificate. They will evaluate, any person who hires you for a WordPress job will evaluate you for the skill that they need to fulfill or match. Could be support. Can you talk to customers? Can you pacify them? Can you convince them? Can you solve their problem? Could be development. Can you analyze problems? Can you understand stuff? Can you resolve stuff? Can you debug? If you can do that stuff, then WordPress has a job for you. I think the worry, and I think in generally the problem we have is we expect that somebody should teach us everything. The WordPress industry is very open, the WordPress community is very open, very happy to help each other as long as you put in the effort. As Gagan said, right? I'm sure he studied when he was graduating, but if you put in the effort, if you learn the basics, if you can talk the terms, if you can express an opinion on what's happening in the WordPress community, there's a lot of opportunity for you out there. Okay? Before we go on to the next question, I'd like to ask if people have any opinions or thoughts or questions. Yes, Thompson. Yes, I always remember the Tintin Thompson when I look at you. The one with the P and without. Should I throw the mic or?
Hi, Thompson. I don't know if I can put across this question in a simple way. When you talk about developers specifically, the past few years, people have been talking in terms of, okay, a front-end developer and a back-end developer, right? And I'm there on a lot of forums on Reddit, and the moment you come in and you say you're a WordPress developer, suddenly they think you're a unicorn in the room and just leave the room. And they think, you just know how to modify a theme and just change the color, so you call yourself a WordPress developer. Now, when you guys say that, you hire WordPress developers, what is a WordPress developer? Secondly, who is a good WordPress developer? So this is something, because a lot of students here don't learn PHP in college. So learning PHP is one thing, and then once you try to figure that out, then you have to learn WordPress specific PHP. So then how can you, tell a good developer from a good WordPress developer, from a good, a person who knows to code in general?
Nice question, very good question.
So I did not know PHP actually. I learned PHP by I learned PHP by digging into WordPress. So interest also goes a long way in that. So I have been working with WordPress for 5 years since the start of my career. I was responsible for setting up blogs. So I got inquisitive. I opened the source code, I started digging in, trying to find my way. So I would say if you know how to find your way through the actions and filters that WordPress is all about, that would give you a head start actually. Apart from that, PHP, the source code is there for you, so you can always learn what code does what. So it helps you in that.
Rahul had an opinion.
I just want to give a good trade of good WordPress developer. If you can get your patch submitted to core, then you are above the rest. So keep that goal that I have to contribute to the WordPress core, and on the way you will figure out everything that you need to become a good WordPress developer. Set that goal that I have to contribute to the core.
That's a very simple, difficult to achieve, but simple objective.
Yeah, but that is a focused objective.
Thanks for that
This
opinion.
book, that book, rather than just keep one goal. I have to fix one bug in WordPress, or I have to put one enhancement in WordPress core, and that desire will walk you through everything, the learning and going through source code and entire process. You will also get to communicate with the community, because to submit your patch you need to create a ticket on track, and then you will get feedback and you will see how people are willing to help you. So the entire process is fascinating, not only from developer perspective but also from the community spirit. The community thing we talk about, WordPress is community. That community you will get to see there.
Okay, so that's again reinforcing that point. WordPress is a community. WordPress is where you work with people, not for or reporting to people, but you work with a lot of people. So collaborate with people, ask questions, help others, take help from others, and most importantly, do stuff yourself. Not expect to be pushed into a training program which will teach you how and what to do, and then you just churn out bits and pieces which somebody pays you for. As long as you're aware of what you want to do, what you need to do, how it fits into the WordPress community, there is a job for you, there is demand for you. Is there somebody in the back somewhere who wants to ask a question or who wants to pass a comment? There was somebody who raised both their hands. I don't see him on the panel, but I think we could select him on the panel. Can we please have the same guy as he left because he was unhappy? No, is that you? Yes, you raised both your hands when we said. Can you please share your experience?
Hi, my name is Makarand Mane. I am from Kolhapur and I am full-time self-employed. I am full-time WordPress developer.
Big hand for Makarand.
I am really thankful for WordPress community and the guy who started WordPress. Okay. I can say I am making my bread and butter from WordPress.
Some jam also?
Yeah, much of jam and butter also from WordPress. Actually, first when I started with WordPress, I made a free website for one school. Okay, and that time I हिंदी में बोलूं?
बिल्कुल, मराठी भी चलेगा. I won't understand you, but मराठी चलेगा.
ओके जब मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने जब स्कूल के वेबसाइट बनाई तो मुझे ये समझ में आया कि वर्डप्रेस कितना एक्सेलरेटली इतना आसान है. अगर किसी यूजर को देंगे या फिर किसी कस्टमर को मैं अगर वर्डप्रेस का वेबसाइट बना के देता हूँ तो उसको एडमिन पैनल जो है हैंडल करने के लिए बहुत आसान रहेगा. और उसके बाद ये भी मुझे एहसास हुआ कि वर्डप्रेस जो है डेवलपमेंट के लिए और कस्टमाइजेशन के लिए इतना ईजी था कि मैं जैसे जैसे एक वेबसाइट बनाते गया सो उसके साथ मैंने सोचा कि भाई अभी जो है फुल टाइम मुझे वर्डप्रेस पे ही काम करना है. And मैं WordPress में मैंने themes and plugins भी customize किए हैं.
Just one second, Makram. I'd like to translate. He's saying WordPress is awesome and cool. Okay, continue.
And मैंने engineering खत्म की है 2010 में और उस engineering में हमें PHP नहीं सिखाया था, तो मुझे PHP नहीं पता था पहले. Okay, and so मैंने पहले WordPress यूज करना शुरू किया, फिर बाद में पता चला कि ये PHP पे बेस है. So जैसे जैसे मैंने थीम कस्टमाइज करना शुरू किया फिर मैंने PHP भी सीखा. So अभी मुझे PHP WordPress की वजह से आता है, I can say. And WordPress is awesome and actually
Got that already. Excellent. Thank you so much, Makran. So,
Thanks.
I guess Makran is a fantastic example of someone who's not in Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi. He's in Kolhapur. I'm sure he has a 3G dongle or a fantastic BSNL line. I hear tier 3 cities have better internet than tier 1 and 2 nowadays. But there is a lot of opportunity for you to do a lot of things while staying at home. You don't have to go to big cities and pay huge rents and worry about commute. If you ever imagine, the same amount of money stretches much more when you're in your own town, when you're in Indore, when you're in Kolhapur, when you're in Nasik, when you're in so many other lovely cities of this country, where when we move around there, we say, why are we stuck in traffic in University Circle every day when I can go and come in 2 minutes in Indore or in smaller cities? That's the answer. So I guess, that's very relevant for a lot of students in Pune, because a lot of students come to Pune grudgingly because of the universities and the colleges here. And then they think they have to work here, they have no other choice, and maybe they have to go to Bombay, maybe they have to go to Delhi, or they have to go to a larger city like Bangalore in order to get good jobs. So that's one of the big insights of that WordPress offers you the capability or the opportunity to build a career from where you are. Could be a small city, as long as you get an internet connection, as long as you have a laptop, then you could be like Joshua, you could be like Gagan, you could be like Makran, you could be like so many others that Michael hires, that TenUp hires, that Automatic hires, work remotely and get well paid. But let me remind you, let me just repeat the topic. It's not, what's the right word? I don't want to mislead you. It's not straightforward. If the difference between building a career in WordPress versus building a career in traditional technologies, in traditional companies, is your effort. You put in your effort, you put in your thought, you put in your struggle, and you will get rewards in industries such as WordPress. You can be herded into a training program in a large company and you'll probably get a reasonable income or a salary if you do what everyone else is doing, but whether you'll get as much intellectual satisfaction or happiness, or whether you'll be called a happiness engineer ever, is something which is a different point. Okay, does anybody else have comments, thoughts? Anybody else building a career? Yes, please, can you somebody pass mics here? Others, please raise your hand so that we know you're there, and we will then cut the discussions. We've got 2 here. Anybody else, please, wants to opinion? Yes, okay, so we'll get to you. Please, the gentleman there.
Hello, my name is Pratap.
Hi, Pratap.
So I see a lot of college guys here. So my question is that if someone don't know about the WordPress and PHP, so what are the steps they should start to build a good career in WordPress? That is a very basic question, but
very nice question. Who wants to? Gagan? Gagan will say start from college. Chodo engineering subjects, start WordPress right now.
Well, there are a lot of resources you can find on WordPress Codex. Many people are contributing to that, so you will find the information up to date. Unlike books which are outdated and most probably by the time they are published, the WordPress releases and even expensive as well.
Okay. So my question is that, like, someone who don't know about the WordPress PHP,
yes,
so where
you don't know about WordPress,
yeah,
you go to Codex.
Okay.
WordPress has a Codex website which is sort of Wikimedia, and there you will find the information related to how you can start learning WordPress development, and also there are support forums where you can ask your questions, and most probably you will get a reply in the same day by someone experienced.
Like Gagan. Instead of class, he's answering questions in forums.
Okay, thank you.
No, but the simple answer to you, please Google WordPress for beginners. And the first page is enough. You don't need to go to the next page. WordPress for beginners, there are enough tutorials, there are enough books to download and read, there are enough forums to ask questions. Please do stuff, then you'll get the reward.
Okay. Actually, I am an experienced WordPress developer and I
Okay.
work with Anticam also. But this question is for college guys.
I understand.
No
Good
one
question.
asked this question, so that's why.
Very good question, yes. Thanks.
I have one more question.
Quick.
Yeah, quick question. How much the English communication is important for the WordPress development or support?
Very good question. Let's ask Mike.
Let me just repeat it. It was how important is English communication for development and support? Well, so of course it's much more important for support. Most of the support is going to be done in English. Not all the customers are in English, but English is sort of universal language that we all share. So if you're going to do support, your English should be good. That's one of the main qualifications. And it also helps if you're a developer a lot. In terms of being a developer, your English does not have to be fantastic. If you're client-facing, that's one thing, but if you're internal and the only people you're working with are other developers and managers and testers and people of that nature, your English has to be good enough to communicate with your team, but that's it.
Okay, we'll have an opinion from Jeremy quickly.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a quick word on your first question. Two quick words actually. First, there's going to be another session later today from Andy Christian, one of my colleagues, who is going to be explaining and telling you all about how do you contribute to WordPress, where to get started. And I don't know what he's going to be talking about, but I can bet that one of his suggestions will be the forums. I'm pretty sure that all of us here at this table started using WordPress or started contributing to WordPress with one simple thing, is we asked a question in the WordPress forums. And it all starts from there. You ask a question, and then you realize that maybe you've been using WordPress for only a few months, but you can also answer questions. So you start by asking a question, and you start by helping others in the forums. And then you quickly realize that, oh, I'm more and more familiar with this stuff. Maybe I can release a small plugin. Maybe something that I built for myself can help others. And it all goes from here. So I want to say, like you said, do. Help. Go ask questions, answer questions, and it all starts from there. And to go back to your second question about English being an important language, for support, of course it's really important, but it's also something that can be learned. And if you're willing to learn, and if you're willing to spend the time, say, in the forums, practicing by helping others, you'll quickly get up to speed and you'll be able to get a job in this industry, because that's what we are looking for. People who are happy to learn, always looking to improve, and people who are involved in the community.
Hi, my name is Rakesh Ranjan, and I am a full-time WordPress developer. I have one question: that how secure is the WordPress sites? Because this is the question that raises in everyone's mind, and obviously we learned that many WordPress blogs have been hacked and something else. So I just want to ask, how secure is the WordPress site made in other language?
Little bit off topic. I'll answer it very simply, and then we will go on to the next, because it's a little off topic from here. As secure as it is built is the answer. A WordPress site is no less or no more secure than any other technology. There are vulnerabilities, there are poor coding mechanisms, there are poor practices which you can introduce in WordPress which will reduce security, but there are equal number of actions which you can use to make it secure. So not to worry, but we have to discuss that in and out of another discussion. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Neerav Mehta, and we build WordPress extensions. I have a few businesses which are on WordPress. There's been a lot of discussion about WordPress development, little less on support, so I thought I'll put a few comments on that. So, in India we have the mentality that if we are an engineer, we got to be in development. And the quality of code that you can write if you're an engineer depends. You can be a crappy coder and you can be an excellent coder. If you're a good developer, if you're a good programmer, you'll always find a job. First, asking a question that do you have career prospects in WordPress or not, I think it's not really the right question. If you're a good developer, you'll always have a job. Okay. Now, in terms of career, if you're looking for a job, you have lots of other options also. You can do a .NET, you can do Java, etc., etc. But if you're a self-starter, WordPress gives you a lot more options than any other technology, because you can build sites for other people easily, much easier than any other technology. You can start doing you can do your own business much easily in WordPress. So if you're a self-starter, WordPress will give you more opportunities. If you want to do a job, you have to evaluate for yourself whether that's something that you want. Now, the other part about support. I believe there is huge opportunity for us in India to do support for WordPress. Because as the number of sites using WordPress grows, as people who are using WordPress for the solution grows, the need for support, the need for getting help is going to increase. In my team, we have developers themselves taking care of support because we believe that developers know their product best and they can answer the customer best. But there are lots of situations where a dedicated support team is required, and if you're a people person, if you want to help people and you do have programming interest, you may not be an excellent programmer, but you have interest in helping people and you are somebody who can solve problems, support is going to be awesome for you. And this is not an opportunity that is easily available in other technologies, okay, but you have that opportunity in WordPress. So rather than looking at WordPress as a language, because it's not a language, okay, WordPress is a tool. So if you ask me that, okay, is there career opportunities in SharePoint? Is there career opportunities in Hadoop? It's like that, asking a question if there's career opportunities in WordPress. So there's going to be ample opportunities, but you got to ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you're good at? Are you a self-starter? Do you like people? Do you like to help people? And then choose. There are going to be tons of opportunities in the years to come. It's just growing, it's growing. So there is going to be a lot of opportunities, but choose something that you'll be happy with. Choose something that you really like doing. So that's my feedback.
Thank you so much, Neerav. Very well put. Thank you so much. The gentleman in the white shirt, he's been trying for a long time.
Hello, I'm Ravichandra. I'm from Hyderabad. I just wanted to share my thought on the happiness engineer you're referring to. I was a .NET developer working for a reputed company.
Don't tell us the name.
No, I'm not going to tell you the name. Yeah, I know that.
Might be the company I was working in before, so don't tell us the name.
Okay, so I was a .NET engineer working for over 6 years. That happiness engineer part, that actually struck me somewhere, and I thought I should probably try doing something different. That's when I got into WordPress. I've learned WordPress. The best part was I've learned PHP way back, even before I learned .NET. So that helped me. I quit my job.
Another engineering college learner.
No, actually I have done any engineering, so
okay. Even
programming
better.
is not my background. I've learned it out of curiosity. So
excellent.
I quit my job. It's been almost a year now, and I'm earning. It's almost like 4 times what I used to earn back when I was working for that company.
Big hand for him.
So again,
and your expenses don't go up. You're not living in San Francisco and earning that money. No, some people here will tell you how little a WordPress salary will work for you in San Francisco. In Pune, it's a good amount of money.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, Alex, you want to say something, or you're telling me it's enough, I have to shut down?
Okay, I'm Alex, and I am a community contributor. I organize WordCamps, I do meetups and all those kind of things. What I wanted to know is, are these offline events, these meetups, these WordCamps really helping companies to reach out and find nice talent or find new developers who are interested? Is what we are doing helping you all guys bridge the gap?
That's a good question. So the question, let me rephrase that. So WordCamps, WordPress meetups, all the effort people put in community learning, community helping, is that one, creating those developers supports people, and are these people getting absorbed from this? So let's ask people who hire. So for example, Rahul, do you hire from WordCamp? Take care of your guys, Michael.
Yeah, we do hire. It's not like they will get immediately hired, but if they have any question, we can guide them in better way. And we are also more open because people who are showing up at WordCamp at least know WordPress, or at least know the community. So sort of like they start with some plus points when in our evaluation process. So there's a definitely plus, like and not only we are hiring, like Michael is hiring, Automattic is hiring, 10up is hiring. So you can contact more companies. I think every sponsor is hiring. So yeah, you better approach people, even if they are putting goodies and their products. But if you tell them, hey, I'm interested in applying, so you have more chance, like, because Here you are meeting them in face. So in any interview process, one thing is always essential: in-person interaction. When we are hiring remotely, we have to do it on Skype, but we always wish if we can see the person in front of us. So this is a good chance. Like, you do your introduction part first and then apply.
Does anybody else have an input? Very briefly, Jeremy, we'll go on to the next question.
Sure. I'd say it's a win-win. It's a win for us as company hirings, because we are looking for people who are passionate about WordPress, and WordCamps and meetups are just the best place to find people like this, because all of you are passionate about WordPress. And it's a win for the attendees as well. So for them, it's a way to learn more about WordPress quickly and to find new friends and new people who may help them, and in the future step up, and they may be the people who will help them find that job. So I think, yeah, it's a big help, definitely.
Thanks, Jeremy. We have another question there, and then two more here. Anybody else questions, please raise so that we know. Yes.
Hello. Yes, I'm myself Prasad. My question is, since we are talking about WordPress career opportunities and development and support, there are many newbies here. Students are also here. So specifically for Jeremy, if you could explain what are the different ways to contribute to WordPress to get started. Like, there are some like submitting patches to WordPress. There are things like supporting and contributing to documentation. So what are such different areas to get started and learn and then go ahead?
Okay, I will let Jeremy answer that, but it is technically off topic, so we'd like to give a chance to others to ask questions relevant to the topic. So Jeremy, very briefly, maybe you can just tell us the... Yeah, so actually there is a session which focuses on this. So that's what Jeremy is about to say, so I'm not going to give him the mic. So there is a session which focuses on this. How do you contribute to WordPress? What are the various ways? So let's please look up the schedule and attend that session. Next question.
Hi, this is Mac from Hyderabad. And how actually you have added a question regarding how helpful. Sorry, Alex, you asked how helpful these meetups and all these for attendees and everything. So I would like to say that I have attended a Mumbai WordCamp recently, which was held in March, and it was really helpful. I have had a session, this is from Mahango, especially for the support session, and it really helped me a lot. I used to give 14 hours of support for WordPress theme development. 14 hours of support, and after having learning about all those his practices to give support, especially for the Mahango session, and it helped me a lot. And now I am giving only 3 hours of support. WordPress theme development. So I give support as well as I do custom theme developments as well. So it has reduced me with this session, the help of this session, especially in the WordCamps, meetups. I have an answer for the Alex question. That's what I wanted.
Hi, I'm Shachi. I'm a freelance web developer. I had a question that many companies are moving to mobile applications now. Like Flipkart has closed their website and moved to an application. So as a developer, I want to know what skills should I take to become to enhance my career in WordPress. That's how it's related to topic. But then, yeah, what's your take on it? That where are we going with it?
Is your question, just so that it's clear and we don't go off topic, your question is, how is the whole world moving towards mobile impacting WordPress careers? Is that your question? Okay, so very clearly, so everybody is moving mobile, all new traffic is coming out mobile. It's expected that the next billion people who will come on the internet will come on the mobile. They'll see your website or your plugin the first time on the mobile, probably the last time. They would have never seen it on a desktop. So everything is going mobile. So I guess Sachi's question is, how does that impact career of WordPress developers and career paths for WordPress developers and support people? Who wants to give a go? Rahul.
Yeah, actually, those who are working on WordPress knows there is a JSON API, and most mobile apps like Flipkart, which does some data processing, needs a backend. So we have many clients who are using WordPress as their backend. So they don't use WordPress theme, they don't build WordPress. Like on the WordPress is not accessible on web itself. It is like members only site sort of, and the mobile platform accesses that entire WordPress using JSON API. So I see the explosion of mobile will create more opportunities for WordPress to be used as a generic framework. And the second thing is WordPress theme community is very active, and we have most famous WordPress themes are responsive themes. So WordPress is already mobile friendly in that way. So WordPress is going to grow with mobile, that is my opinion.
Thanks, Rahul. We have one more question at the back.
It's actually not a question. My name is Gafir. I'm a WordPress developer. I'm actually at the beginning stage right now. So I would like to share my experiences that I had in the development of the WordPress. It will be interesting for you guys to know that I currently work for a BPO industry, and my brother, whose name is Syed, he's working for Rahul's company, RTCamp. He's a core web developer over there.
Hi, Syed.
So he's actually got me motivated into WordPress development, and it interests me so much that when I come back from work, I spend another 2 to 3 hours developing websites and themes. I've developed a couple of themes as well. So I'm thinking of moving completely into the career of WordPress, and I feel it's amazing that you don't have to go to a specific company just to be able to work for WordPress or for any development. You can just work from anywhere. You could be sitting in London in a beautiful garden and just sitting with your laptop and working as long as you have. Absolutely. So I think it's brilliant, and I've come over here to get the experience of others and share my experience and get some learning. So I'm really looking forward for this, and I'm really enjoying this session.
Thank you so much. All the best to your adventures. Okay, who's next? Thompson, one more. No, before you do a second question for Thompson, a lady over there wanted to ask a question. Can somebody run the mic to her, please?
Hi, I'm Juhi. I'm QA tester in RTCamp, and being
Camps everywhere.
being a tester, I have a curiosity, and I'm not sure if it's the off topic. I want to know, is there any career opportunity for tester or only for developers?
Good question. The tester, developer. So we'll be talking about developers and support. We never said tester.
Everybody is talking about developers only.
So Rahul, I think Rahul is going to need to change Juhi's designation. Okay. Can somebody who want to give an opinion? Yes.
The question is there an opportunity for testers, basically? So I would say yes. So we hire testers, and it's one of the harder things to hire for, which means if you're good at it, you're going to be in demand. Developers write code, and often they don't want to spend a lot of time testing. They just want to move on to the next thing they're supposed to build, or maybe they're encouraged to do that because there's just a lot on their plate. And the code needs to be tested, and it needs to be tested thoroughly, and especially if it's a plugin or theme that you're selling that's going to be used in all kinds of different scenarios with other plugins, different server environments. It's got to work in all of them, and it all has to be tested. So if you are really good at understanding if you're really good at understanding like how plugins interact with each other and the standards of WordPress, and you're meticulous and you can test all that, then there are going to be jobs for you, and companies will be really happy to have you.
Thank you.
Salary hike, Rahul. Very important. Testers most important. Next question, the gentleman in the blue, please. Who's next after that? Anybody else? Otherwise, we're going to let Thompson ask a second question. Yes, okay. Please.
Hi, my name is Satya. It's not like a question, it's more like a comment. So I started my career as a developer. Back in 2009, I'm a computer engineering graduate. I graduated with a .NET knowledge. I did not have PHP knowledge at all. I was searching for a job. I did not got any job with a .NET knowledge. But then one of my friends told me about WordPress. He showed me the blog and everything. I tried to make the same thing using .NET. It took me 7 days, but I did not build anything. But then I tried to do something with the WordPress. In 2 days, I got enough knowledge about WordPress. And then I started learning PHP. This was back in 2009. Today, 5 years, I'm a full-time WordPress developer. There was a period when I used to earn over 3 lakhs per month. So,
whoa.
Yes, it is true. It is very true. Now I don't earn that much, but it is a decent amount. The point that I'm trying to make is WordPress literally have a lot of potential. The only reason is it is very beautiful, it is awesome, and the huge community it has.
Thank you so much for sharing that insight.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, we have a few minutes, maybe 2 more questions. Yes, the gentleman here in the grey. Piche, a lot of people behind. Are you waving to me or you want a question? Hi. Oh, you have questions, okay. Last benchers, I thought you must be on your phones doing something. No, okay.
Hi, my name is Thomas and I am a WordPress developer. I used to do freelancing and I am currently doing it. But one thing I face a problem is from a WordPress developer, what is expected is you can write PHP code and do this stuff. But sometimes the client does want to have some changes in the CSS or HTML. So they are not going to hire. It might not be a big work, but they want you to do that. And there is, being a small work, they don't want to hire any other person for that. So for a WordPress developer, is it important to have the skills like front-end skills, as Thompson said, and along with the PHP and other WordPress functions that you know, is it important to know the front-end side? The people who are hiring, they will be, at least they can answer this question because they will be knowing this very clearly.
Very good question. How important is your resume to add front-end skills when you are looking to be hired in WordPress development? I'm presuming development. So let's choose Gagan.
I'm not a front-end developer and I don't do CSS as well. So
sorry. Let's ask Mike.
Sure. So, so is it necessary? You can get away without having it, but is it helpful? For sure it's helpful. Front-end developers and back-end developers are working with each other all the time. As the back-end developer, you're creating the functions and you're creating basically the functionality of the code, and then the front-end developer has to style your output. So if you understand what they're actually going to have to do, then you're going to do a better job on your end. So it makes you a more skilled developer, and it also means that you can do more. So I don't have to think in my head, can I assign this to this guy, or is he not going to know how to do those few little parts that require front end? If you know it, then you can do all of it. It does not mean you need to be awesome at it. You're not going to be expected to actually be working as a front end developer, but if you can get in there and fix a little bit here and there on the front end, it makes you much more valuable.
So simple answer, yes. If you don't know front end at all, will you not get hired? No, you will. But if you know it, you get that much more value. You can get paid more, you can hold your job better, you can demand a higher salary, or you can demand a higher price from your clients. Okay, the people at the back. Do you want to shout or you want a mic? Mic, okay. I can't see their faces, so they can say anything they want and I won't know what they said.
Hello. Yeah. My name is Faisal.
Hey Faisal, now I know who you are.
Yeah. So my question regarding a WordPress future, like what do you think of what will be the WordPress after 10 years? It's like basic question to all the entrepreneur who is a company of WordPress, and then the developer who are only a WordPress developer, because I know some of the people only know WordPress and some of people learn PHP after WordPress. I know Joshua also. So but like the question is, you should for me it's like you should be a developer, then you learn a WordPress. So I want to know the opinion about opinion that what will be the WordPress after 10 years.
Okay, so did everybody get that question? Faisal is asking, when will the party end? Or will it? Does it have, so it's a good question. We've seen waves, we've seen adoption of various technologies, of languages come and go. And sometimes they've come at lightning speed and gone at even faster lightning speed. Some have stuck, Java used to be unbelievably prevalent everywhere. It's not present in too many places except possibly enterprise nowadays. So the question, I guess, is if I invest time and effort in building my career in WordPress, do I have a job for life? Is it a long-term thing, or is it just a fad? Is it just a passing thing of the moment, a trend which will fade in a few months, years, and then what do? I don't want to become a mainframe developer who has no demand for his work. Actually, they have a lot of demand, the few who are left, but that's a different point. Who wants to take a question? Rahul, you answered a lot. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's important to remember that WordPress is growing, so opportunities are growing, but you will have to grow with it as well. We are talking a lot about PHP right now, but 10 years from now, or even 5 years from now, WordPress probably won't, the majority of the code in WordPress probably won't be PHP. The JavaScript, for example, is more and more important in WordPress with every release, which means that basically if you're willing to grow and if you're willing to learn new things, if you make sure that you don't get stuck with one specific language, you will have a job with WordPress. And WordPress soon, with the REST API mostly, means that being a WordPress developer doesn't mean developing themes or plugins. It can mean so much more. So you have additional opportunities if you are willing to learn other languages and if you're willing to, I don't know, become a mobile developer or work with JavaScript, for example.
Faisal, did you get that? There is a lot of potential. WordPress is not just about PHP and the WordPress codex and the functions there. So WordPress is about fulfilling demand of real customers. The face of WordPress changes every few years, as Jeremy has hinted. There's a lot of front end, there's a lot of JavaScript in WordPress nowadays. Will PHP even remain a dominant language in WordPress 5, 7, 10 years from now? Probably not, or maybe not. So WordPress is not necessarily just learning one package or one software or one solution. It's a mechanism of fulfilling a lot of demand which lies out there. And as long as some of the others pointed out, as long as you build a life of development or support, understand the core skills there, you will be safe. There is nothing to worry about. So there is demand now. Not doing WordPress now is actually silly because there's a lot of demand. There are millions of people coming onto WordPress for the first time. There's a lot of demand in support. There's a lot of demand for development. Let me tell you, we're still just at the bottom, right at the bottom. Even if you're average, you stand out because so many others have no clue. And if you're really good, then you're difficult to find because those who found you, they keep you really happy and you're not in the market at all. So let me assure you, if you're good or if you're even above average, there's a lot of potential. Okay, one last question from somebody or a comment. Yes, the gentleman here. Can somebody pass the mic?
Hi, this is Swapnil. My question is, do recruiters differentiate between front-end developers and back-end developers? Is it necessary that developer needs to do functionality? If he is good enough in designing front-end, is it do recruiters consider him as a WordPress developer?
Excuse me, what's your name? Sorry?
Swapnil.
Swapnil, the man in the grey shirt.
Actually, I want to expand his question.
Yeah, I was just about saying, can you please take him aside and answer? It was very similar to his question. So I think we'll answer it very quickly. Yes, it helps if a developer can also code in front end and along with back end. It obviously, as in anything else, you can, if you're hyper focused in just one area, yes, if you're lucky enough to be in an organization or in a group where there's so much work that there is silos of just the front end or the back end, it makes sense, but it's a risk. So if you expand your horizons towards front end and towards back end, your value will rise. I think that's what Michael expressed, saying you can get away with it, but you will be more valuable if you know even basics of front end or vice versa. So if you're a front end developer and can quickly do some debugging in the back end, you'll be much more valuable. If you're a back end developer and you can make some CSS tweaks, some HTML changes, you will be much more in demand. Okay, thank you so much. Thompson has been very patiently trying to get a second question in, so we'll let him in. We'll let him ask a second question or opinion. Can someone pass the mic here? I'm so surprised Saurabh hasn't come here and kicked us out of the stage. I think he's busy with the other, getting Wi-Fi working in the other
I
room.
just couldn't stop myself. I am usually a little disappointed when I come for WordCamps because, you guys are talking about development and support, and I believe there's a missing link here of design. Your development goals and your support experience and the user, and a large part of the user's experience as using a product which is for WordPress or for any platform that matter is design, right? Interaction design, like if you look at, products like WooCommerce are constantly learning, patterns from their users and trying to improve their product. India is not exactly a destination for design. We don't get as many design projects as compared to development. We have more engineers here. We have more code people than compared to you don't look for good quality design from Indian products. And something that's really differentiating because WordPress again is a very crowded market. You have so many plugins which do the same thing. Something that's helping the top guys differentiate themselves is good design and good user experience. But when we're talking about a career in WordPress, why isn't anybody talking about design?
Okay, very good question Thompson has. So, Michael, do you have a comment on that?
Sure. I don't know that I have a satisfying answer as to why no one's talking about design. Probably just because most of the people who come to the WordCamps are developers, but some WordCamps do have design tracks where people talk about design. One of the things is that design translates, like if you're a WordPress developer, design translates to more different platforms. But you're correct, design is super important and it's hard to find really good designers. So if you care about design and care about user experience and the interface and you're good at it, that's awesome.
Question to you, Michael. Do you hire any designers from India?
Probably no. we don't have any. That doesn't mean we don't do it, right? So we would. We just don't have any right now.
We are hiring UI UX designers, so if anybody wants to apply, they can join us.
But don't tell this to these guys. They're already your employees. Most guys here, they all say RTCamp. Okay, good question, Thompson. But it's a good point. So I guess just like a few WordCamps ago, we were talking more only developers, not so much bloggers. So I think that's the next stage, designers. So we need the critical mass, we need the numbers, we need the interest, we need the to attract the audience. We need the designers to say, yes, I get something in this, and let me talk about design in WordCamp. And yes, we will probably be there next WordCamp, Mumbai, Pune, wherever else. And there is a session on UX, user experience, which is subset or a part of design. Yes, probably not first principles design as you might want, but we do have a session. Yes, okay. The last question, the gentleman in white.
Thank you. Hey guys, I would say I'm like a bit of a front end, but more of a support and product management guy. So adding on to Thompson's question here is, why don't you sometimes get more designers on board in your WordCamps or specialize in them? Because what happens, I've noticed, being in the position that I am in, that the designer will give an eye-popping style and the client will go crazy over it, and then when it comes over to development, we'll be balking and like, oh my god, is this even possible? So, sometimes if the designers can be brought on board and told, the extent that WordPress can go to or the limitations it has, makes our life a little easier than saying that, oh, we can't do this, we won't do this. Would that be a possibility in future?
Okay, so it's a good point. So it's going on with that. As I said, I'm sorry, your name?
My name's Yazdi.
Yazdi, okay. So I guess the point I'll repeat is, yes, we'd love more designers in these forums. I'm not putting the question to the panel because the panel isn't decided who's coming here. We'd love more designers in WordCamps. We'd love to attract more designers, get people more interested in talking about design, WordPress design, themes or otherwise. I guess it's a maturity of the community. I'm sure some panelists can confirm some WordCamps around the world might have specific focused design tracks. We in India, with Pune and Mumbai being one of the primary WordCamp communities, haven't yet reached the level of maturity for designers. but we are moving forward. I know, for example, I've attended 3. This is my 3rd, 4th WordCamp. We didn't have much focus on bloggers, people who use WordCamp, and this time we do have a WordPress. We have a lot of focus on bloggers this time, so it's a good feedback. It's a good point to remember. Alex and the guys who are doing Mumbai, designer tracks. That's what we want. Probably you, Thompson. Designer tracks. Thank you so much, Jesse. Okay, thank you everyone for putting up with us, for asking the questions, for thinking in your mind. A quick show of hands. How many people here do not make money from WordPress? Do not. Oh, everybody else makes money from WordPress? Wow. We were addressing the wrong audience. It's excellent. Have you guys any intention of starting to make money from WordPress? Let's not use the word money, okay? Do you want to build a career in WordPress? Yes, you want to start. Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. Big hand for the panel. And a big hand for all of you. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know what to do after this. I don't know if I have to send you off for a break, or I don't know whether Michael will start his session straight away, or let's ask the grey shirt organizer.
What we can do, Michael will set up his slides in 5 minutes, and then we can have his presentation, and then we can go for lunch. Till then, I will go outside and prepare your lunch. I'm the food organizer.